going to say something else about that too, and to the musicians. That also applies to the musicians too, because you never know when opportunity is going to knock, you know, and, humility goes a long way. Ego goes not too far. You know, the example that I'll give to you is that Derek Hodge, you know, I get this all the time. You know, I get all the time, man, I want to do what you do, man, that film thing. Yeah, bro, I want to go off and jump off in that, man, you know, because I always like film. I hear that all the time, you know. And when I hear that, I go, okay, all right, I know what's going on. Derek Hodge came to me and he said, man, I love to be a fly on the wall just when you're writing. And I don't do that, you know. And he said it a few times, and then he was respectful. He backed off. But then he came up to me. He said, hey, man, well, if I can't do that, what scores do you think I should listen to? So I gave him some scores I thought that he should listen to at the time, Glory, Shawshank Redemption, and some other things. And next thing you know, he's playing some of those themes on the piano when we're doing sound check. Then he's playing some of my themes from some of my films on the piano during sound check. So automatically in my mind, I'm sitting there saying to myself, this guy is a self-starter, self-motivator, and I don't have to baby him. He's on it. He really wants to do this. So when we were doing Inside Man, I was doing Inside Man, another project, and I had a third project. I couldn't do it. I got Derek to do it.
Really?
Yes. And
he flew himself out to LA?
Yeah, he flew himself out to LA just to be out there, wanted to do it, and we needed to be in close proximity so I could just check his work and just, you know, kind of oversee what he was doing. But he did a great job. As a matter of fact, if you watch The Levees, he wrote 3 scenes.
Is that right?
Yeah, he did 3 scenes for The Levees. And, you know, I'm saying this to you to just say to you that, you know, opportunities will come. But, you know, you have to present yourself in a certain way. And it's not about telling people what you want to do. It's about showing people what you want to do. You know, because I grew up and I'm, you know, I've been around a bunch of people who will talk to me and talk my ears off, you know. But at the end of the day, that's all it is. It's all talk. But most of the guys that I know who are successful, James Newton Howard, Thomas Newman, Harry Gregson Williams, all of those guys in the film business and on the jazz side, Branford Winton, Joshua, all of these guys are self-motivated people, you know, with determination. And that's what you need to get anywhere, because none of the stuff was perfect for us. None of it, you know. I never knew what to do to get a gig in jazz. I just knew I wanted to play. And I wanted to play very badly. I went to New York because I heard that's where you need to be. You need to be in New York. And I practiced just because I didn't know what was going to happen, just because I liked to play. That's the reason why I practiced. And because of that practicing, you know, I got a gig with Art Blakey. And there's a number of stories like that. I mean, the one that I always tell is, look, you know, you guys are a little young to remember Magic Johnson when he was playing. But the stories that we used to hear about him all the time is how he just kept the basketball in his hand all the time. It drove his mother nuts. Kept hearing that bouncing of the ball all day long. But that's very much akin to what we do as artists. You know, playing music all the time, trying to learn something all the time, not being comfortable with where we are, but always trying to better ourselves. You know, because life doesn't stand still. You may think that you're standing still. My teacher used to tell me all the time, he says, if you're standing still and the world is revolving and you're actually moving backwards, you know, so you got to move forwards just to keep pace with everything that's going on.